Hey everybody, my name is McClintock and this is part 4 of First Inversion Triads. Today we are going to be finishing up all of our First Inversion Triads, so congratulations if you are with me this far. And we are going to finish the low E, A, and D strings. So I'm going to begin on D minor. D minor was in root position, D, F, A. We're going to take that root, send it to the end of the line, so it's going to be F, A, and D. So my root is on top. That is going to move us up to E minor. E minor was E, G, and B. Now we have G, B, and E. Root on top. We're going to move up to F major. F major was F, A, C. Now we have A, C, and F. Remember that those major shapes and minor shapes are the same. So we're going to move from F major to G major. It was G, B, D. Now it is B, D, and G on top. That's going to take us to A minor. A minor was A, C, E. Now it is going to be C, E, and A. That's going to take us to our diminished, B diminished, which was B, D, F. Now it is D, F, and B. That's going to bring us home to C major, which was C, E, G. Now it is going to be E, G, and C. And last but not least, we're going to play this D minor again, an octave up. It was D, F, A. Now it is F, A, and D. Oh, and why not? Let's just take it up one more to E minor. They're the same shape anyway, so D minor in first inversion was F, A, D, and there is your E minor, G, B, and E, an octave up. About 89% of you who watch this channel are not subscribed. When you subscribe, it helps in 3 ways. It helps tell YouTube that these videos are worth recommending to other guitar players. It helps keep me inspired to make more lessons, and it helps keep you informed about future lessons that are going to come out. It's free for you, and it makes a huge difference. So please, hit subscribe. Whew. It's a lot, but to put the finishing touches on these triads, I am going to do 2 exercises. The first one is what we've been doing these last 3 weeks, which is where I'm going to take a first inversion triad and I'm going to move it to a root position triad, or in some circumstances we began on a root position triad and we went to a first inversion, but it's always going to be that cycle. It's going to be root position going to first inversion or first inversion going to root, over and over again. So today let's start on D minor in first inversion, and I'm going to use exclusively the low E, A, and D strings for this, and I'm going to go through a cycle of fourths. So beginning on D minor, we're going to go up a fourth to G major in root position, and that's going to move us down to C major in first inversion. That's going to take us to F major, up a fourth in root position. Now we're going to go down to B diminished in first inversion. And that is going to take us to E minor in root position. That's going to go to A minor in first inversion. And now here we are back to D minor, but now we're in root position. So I'm going to keep going. D minor is going to go to G in first inversion, C, root position, F major, first inversion, B diminished, bit of a stretch, but we know how to do that technique now. There's a video link below about guitar technique if you want to work on stretching and getting good technique. But anyway, B diminished in root position. That means E minor in first inversion. We're almost done. A minor, root position. It's going to go to D minor, first inversion. And that'll take us to G major. And now we're out of space, but I don't want to end on the 5 chord. So we'll finish on C in root position. In the description below, you can find a link to my Patreon page where I have this chart and every other chart or tablature for every lesson I've made on YouTube so far. And I also recently wrote a book called Master the Guitar Fretboard and Essential Music Theory in just 10 weeks. So if you're interested in taking on that challenge, you can find a link to that in the description below as well. Our second exercise to be ultra thorough is going to be using exclusively first inversion triads, but playing across the strings in cycle of fourths. Okay, so I'm going to begin on D minor, just like we did a second ago. And I'm just going to move across the strings. So I'm starting on the low E, A, and D. And that's going to move over to G. It's going to move over to C. And that is going to move over to F. Now, I need to think about where I'm going, right? I'm on F, and I need to move up a fourth. F, G, A, B. So I'm going to go to B diminished. I'm comfortable with my root position triads, and I hope you are too by now. So B diminished was B, D, F, but we need D in the bass. So it's going to be D, F, and B. Okay, so here we are. And I'm going to continue cycling into fourths. So B diminished went to E minor. That went to A minor. And then that went to D minor. So now we're going to move from D minor to G major, but it's going to be in first inversion, so that B was in the bass. There's G, that went up a fourth to C, that goes over a fourth to F, that goes over a fourth to B diminished, and now I need to think B, C, D, E. First inversion, G is in the bass. Now we're going to move over to A minor, D minor, G, and then you know a whole bunch of ways to play C now. It's a fantastic exercise. So if you can do that with your first inversion triads, you're going to be in very good shape. Oh God, it's a ton. It's a ton, and it's just so interesting for me to think that all we're doing is using 3 notes, and we can mix those notes up in different orders, 1-3-5 or 3-5-1. On paper, it looks extremely easy in my opinion, but the guitar is a labyrinth. It's a real mess. I've been playing this thing for a very, very long time, and if I don't play it every day and think about it every day, I lose something. And so these are exercises that I do every day myself, personally, just to keep my brain in check, keep my fingers in check, and just to keep all the notes on the guitar neck in check. So I highly, highly recommend doing this. And some good news is, after this, we only have one more inversion to worry about, and that is second inversion, and that's going to complete the entire package. So I'm going to move into those lessons next, and then once we finish second inversion, I have a really, really cool exercise that will move us up and down the strings using all 3 of our inversions, and that is truly the final exercise, that if you can move that up and down all your string groups, you're done. You know all of your triads and all of their inversions. So stay strong, stick with me, and in the next 4 weeks, we're going to master those second inversion triads. And then from there, we're going to put this super cool exercise to work, and we're just going to have the entire neck rolling. So thanks a lot for sticking with me. Congratulate yourself after this. Seriously, I don't know. You deserve a treat. Go buy yourself something if you can. I don't know what, but be proud of yourself, because this is not easy stuff and you're working hard. So stay strong. Thanks for watching and working through the boring stuff that actually works. If this is helping you improve, subscribe. When you subscribe, it keeps me motivated to make future lessons. It helps YouTube tell other guitar players about my channel, and it's going to help keep you informed about future lessons. More is coming soon. Hit subscribe.